Hey guys, welcome back to Path of Exile. Standard, we just got to Act 7 last episode. We're sitting in the camp. We got our mini-map open because that's what we do. And let's kick off this episode with killing some minions. Well, summoning and killing. I guess we're not killing minions. We're summoning minions, killing mobs, collecting loot, not knowing what to do with it. That's the name of our game. We're learning. We're greeted with some blue mobs right away. Last episode we killed the Brine King, which we didn't have too much trouble doing. And he was surprisingly the last boss of Act 6. As you can see, I also showed you last episode that you can equip these in an offhand and level them up, which is just what happened there. That's a useful tip. If you didn't know that one, if you're following along at home and playing the game for your first time as well, I'm sure people that are veterans of Path of Exile probably are fully aware of that one. But maybe you weren't. Let's do that. Do we want to use the Flame Golem? I mean, we could just do it. Just for more damage. Just to try it out too, might as well. Doesn't really matter if we die at this point. It does matter. It's just... actually, you know what? I don't think it does matter. It's just like a pride thing at this point. And a time thing. That's the thing. So even though most... Actually, the funny part about it is most people that probably want to be most time efficient, which these types of games tend to attract players that try to get efficiency for time. That's just the way these games go. You try to be as efficient as possible. It's part of the fun. For a lot of people. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And playing standard, where you don't die, is the most efficient way to play the game. Right? Because if you die, even though if you die in hardcore, your character's still alive and you just go to standard, you lose everything that you had in your stash up to that point. Which is no bueno in the efficiency world. But we've never been a super efficient gamer. As much as we try to be. There will always be somebody more efficient than me anyway. Say that. Maybe not you, but definitely me. Maybe that's why I typically did play non-hardcore type games for these types of games in the past. Because it never seemed efficient to play the... Especially in a lot of games, when you die on hardcore, it's that's it.
Life is short. Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it. Well, good point. Piety, I think, is our character's name. Yeah, Piety. She's not wrong. Life is short. Just kind of have to deal with it. Unfortunately, that's the rules we play by. I didn't make the rules. But we're forced to abide by them. We don't really get a choice in that matter. Let's get that dagger. Travel chest, sir. So what are we even doing over here? I don't even know at this point. Actually, just looks like trying to go to the next area. It's interesting how easy that boss was, the Brine King. I mean, he was easier than Piety, and he was easier than Kitava. Kitava fish was very difficult. Actually, to be honest with you, Kitava wasn't... Well, actually, even though we managed to die, I didn't have it on... I didn't record it. I managed to avoid the center beam the whole time, and that's still... He still did a lot of damage to me. So he was difficult. And Piety was the most difficult boss so far, though. And then Delirium is probably the Although it actually feels like they've already balanced it out to make it easier. Maybe not though. Maybe I'm just getting good or better at the game. The sad part about my gameplay is I'll probably never get more efficient at my button execution, right? My reasoning can only get better, and I'll hit better buttons, right? Or my knowledge of the game will get better, and I'll hit semantically better buttons, but my reaction time's probably not going to increase at this point in my life. This is about as good as we're going to get. Execution-wise, but with some knowledge we can maybe make better choices. That's the hope, anyway. The crossroads. See you at the crossroads. Well, that's good. Seems like a good Einhar zone. I don't know why he's not here. Actually, we haven't gone to the menagerie in a while. We should probably check in. See if there's anything cool. Speaking of the menagerie, I'll pop the flask now, so I can start farming more charges. I wonder if you can keep that rolling. You probably can, and that's actually probably the way you're supposed to play this flask here. You just keep the buff rolling, and then you start doing insane damage. Right? People have probably been... Well, I know nobody's been shouting that at me, but if people were watching that were familiar with the game, or even noticed that I had that particular flask, they're probably shouting it right now. Or they had been shouting, or would be shouting it, rather. What I mean to say. Looks like it caps at 4, though, which is kind of reasonable. Makes sense why they would cap it. But it does look like we are doing a ton more damage from doing that. I don't know what sound effect that sounds like. I feel like that's stolen from another game. I use the word stolen very lightly. I swear I've heard that before somewhere else. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, or not implying that it's not like a stock sound from somewhere. But it does. It's buried deep somewhere in my mind from something. It's a wonderful sound too. I don't even know what's making that noise. It's got to be one of our minions, probably. Sounds like somebody's skipping a piece of metal against metal, really. That's what it sounds like. To me. That right there. I don't know what that is, but I do enjoy it. What am I even trying to do here? I think we're going to the crossroads, I guess. I forgot we had charge. Do have our notepad open. Full disclosure, I think last episode I said we were going to come up with a way to take notes so we remember to do stuff at the end of the video or in between recording sessions. So we have that. We didn't come up with a better way to do it, though, because we kind of jumped right into this recording here. Which I'm okay with. I have to think about it. Well, you know, the funny thing is, I say I have to think about it. Really, all I probably have to do is search it on the web, and somebody's probably already come up with the solution that's probably perfect and optimal. It's if I can give anyone a piece of advice out there that's listening, it's not really, you know, from me or from my experience, but never try to reinvent the wheel. I'm sure you've heard that term before. There's no point in doing extra work where you could focus on something else if there's a solution already created for whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. I'm sure most people probably have heard that saying before, or that principle. It's a good one, and I don't always follow it. Because, I don't know why. I try to, though. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes we enjoy a challenge, but it's silly to do it. We should always take advantage of whatever anyone else has already figured out. That's how we make progress. I mean, at the very least, it's probably a good base to... Oh, it's hubris. Speak of the devil. Well. Do we,
You will be a survivor, or you will be food.
You will be a survivor, or you will be food. I guess those are the two options. Mortality is safe for the legends of stories. That which we are not. I'm still not quite sure what the Exiles, how the Exiles came about. I feel like they're supernatural. They probably kind of explained it at the very beginning of the game, but do we go to the Chamber in Sins Part 2? I think there's something in there. I have a feeling this is going to be a long act here. Act 2 was kind of a long act, or the forest zone, Green Hills. So this will probably be a long one too. It's kind of already shaping up like it's got huge maps. If I remember right, the Trial of Ascendancy was the only one that was in here before, but I don't see the quest pop up. But maybe we're running out of space here to show stuff. I suppose we could have taken our
This'll do nicely.
locket box back to Mr. Roth. Kinda. Just didn't do that.
Great.
See, already I can feel the, I don't want to call it the casual bone, but the efficiency bone saying, just play normal standard mode. You know, don't go back to hardcore. Look at the progress we're making. But I know the hardcore mode is just, it's way more intense. There's something artificial on the line that I do enjoy. This is what I would call training wheels for us. We're learning the game, learning the game. It's hard to think that some people have played this game for 10 years. I've played games for 10 years before. We had this discussion. We might have been having this discussion during Metamorph. The Metamorph League was still active. It's just some things some games do to you. I'm sure there's tons of people that have played this game for 10 years. Or more. Not entirely sure when this game came out, to be honest. I feel like maybe 2013 is what YouTube says when I go to upload the videos. But I swear I saw a video the other day, well, at least an alpha version of the game from 2009, maybe? Which I should have watched. I didn't actually watch it. And just from the thumbnail, though, it looked like the game had came a long way. Actually, I'm going to go try to find that video and watch that. It's intriguing to see how it's developed over the years. Or at least from its, how it was developed into its initial release. I'm sure graphically it's come a long way. Well, at least from its release. I don't really know how it looked like on release. Basically what I'm telling you guys, I don't know what I'm talking about. Ever. That's always a good rule of thumb. I am not an authority on anything. Except for that, don't try to reinvent the wheel thing. I'll claim authority over that, even though I'm not. Oh, we want to get this one. Did we got it, maybe? Yeah, we got it that time. Are we even... I don't even know if we're supposed to be in here, guys. I'm sure we are. There's something we can do in here, but... it doesn't quite feel right. I can't remember how we're supposed to zoom in on the minimap. I think I said it last episode I was fine with it. Defeat Milagro to access the Chamber of Sins level 2. Okay, so that's roped off. Does that mean Milagro? No, he's behind the map. We have to put together the map first. I'm following the story, kinda. So that means we shouldn't even be in here. Yeah, we shouldn't be in here. Oh wait, is this the... oh, here's the map device. Requires a map. Do we have the map? We were supposed to get the map from... down here. Okay. I knew that, guys. I swear I did. I can remove a skill gem. That loaded way too quick for me to see, fortunately.
I greet you.
We're actually opening that up. Let's... this looks pretty good. Maximum energy shield, tier 8. Yeah. Maximum mana, that's good. Good fire resist. Yeah, it's so fire resist actually. And the sockets are what's really... yeah, that's actually way better. But we are going to lose our knockback support. Do I care about that? Could put that on our Holy Relic, I guess? That seems quite... I guess our Fire Golem gets it too. What are you? Animate Guardian. That's fine. Can we start consolidating some of these so we can get... support any skills at enemies or could otherwise apply elemental ailments. So elements on enemies. I feel like what we want to do here is pull... well... you know what, it's fine for now. It's actually a pretty good upgrade for us there.
Stay true to you.
I feel like we were in a state where we just couldn't quite tell if things were upgrades or not. It was so close, but now that kind of stuff seems pretty clear cut. I've also been reading quite a bit, people talking about wand builds and staff builds and weapon builds, which I would think would be terrible, but I think it's the way a lot of people play the game, and it's probably pretty good. I feel like since we don't have to get defense now, since we can die, we're going to look for minion damage and just get that. You know, we could pick up this one here. This socket. It's going to be easier to go... you know, let's go this way. So we can get this minion damage here. During Bond. Picked that up last time. Yeah, let's do that. Might as well. And I just noticed we have an open jewel slot. Which I don't even know what kind of jewels we have. Damage with swords. At least 40 dexterity and the radius vapor strike. Also does 2% increased damage with hits. Viper strike? No, we're not using viper strike. Is that all we got? Yeah, that's pretty bad. I guess we're using this one. That one there. It's pretty bad though. I think I have a minion gem on one of my normal characters that are just sitting there. I may actually go and delete those because they're just kind of taking up space at this point, and I'll never play them.
Exile.
Yeah, this guy's that's pretty cool. Kind of looks like Udyr from League of Legends. You know that game? What am I doing here? Oh, we were going to deliver our socket to, the socket to Waylon. Waylon Smithers.
Me look it! Oh, me darling, me beautiful Meredith. How I miss your shuddering bosoms, your quivering thighs.
Easy there, Roth.
She has a heart to melt an iceberg and taste the sight.
Alright, alright. 3,000 armor, that seems good. Seems really good, actually. 3,000 evasion rating. Jade Flask. Let's do that. Appreciate that, Mr. Roth. Increased attack speed. I mean, why is that an ability? Creates a smoke cloud on use. Does that actually do anything, or just creates the graphic? Gain 1 charge when you're hit by an enemy. I think this is better, but... Actually, are they the same type? No, they're not. I'll go with that, because we don't know what we're doing, so... Find access to the causeway. Let's go this. Actually, what is up that way? Doesn't say. It's optional quest, probably. We're gonna need to roll out this way, which we can't because that's signed kind of funny. Revolver. Now let's try to get all of our minions up. Oh, we can carry 3 of those now. This place shouldn't have a reset. I don't think we've been outside to reset, which is okay. We're just gonna get levels, right? It's not like we don't need them. So that's probably the end of this act. That's probably the boss, right? Malagaro? That's a fun name. I feel like you can only say it that way. Malagaro. Most Italian. I'm sure my Italian accent is terrible and offensive. I apologize for that. I'm very uncultured. I have lived out of the United States when I was younger, and I have traveled outside of the United States as when I was older. So I'm not completely uncultured, but pretty much, pretty poorly cultured. Where are we trying to go here? I'm not trying to go that way. So this must be... I mean, the only place to go here was the Chamber of Sins level 2, so maybe that's where that is. But I didn't think they mapped it out that way. So we need to go into one of these other 2 areas, I guess. Got a little bit confused there. The broken bridge, I think that, yeah, that takes us back there, so we don't want to do that. I think even though we're wearing the stock gear, I think we look pretty cool right now, to be honest. Not like as cool as Udyr did, but... Hello? Felshire runes? Doesn't say what we're supposed to do over here. We're probably just supposed to go to another area. Yeah. I was looking at our achievements before we started recording, Not this episode, but the episode before this. And we have gotten a lot of them. A lot of ones that haven't been gotten on Steam yet. I don't know if this game's popular on Steam or not, or whether most people play through the... There's a standalone client. I think I talked about this briefly, and I was steeped in ignorance when I talked about it. There is a standalone client for the game on PC. There's an Xbox and a PS version. Yeah, so you can always play that way. I'm not sure if it's available on like the Epic Store, or I don't know what the kids are playing on nowadays. The iOS store, I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely on Steam though, and there's definitely an independent client. Lost my train of thought. Why was I even talking about that? I don't know. Oh, the achievements. That's right. So we've completed a lot of the achievement set, and they weren't difficult achievements for hardcore that most players haven't completed. So what it looks like to me is a lot of Steam players have completed about half of the game, unless some of them are playing without achievements turned on, which usually means they're probably cheating. Maybe not. I don't know anything about that really. Kind of speaking out of the side of my head there. Anyway, the hardcore ones are that we've gotten so far are some of the more difficult ones to obtain on the list. So we've got like a 3.5% achievement just by playing halfway into the hardcore part. That gives you an idea how most people play the game. On Steam, anyway. Now, I don't know when this game was added to Steam either. I mean, most people could just play through the client. I was tempted to actually switch to playing on the client based on the performance issue. I thought maybe it was a Steam thing. But I don't think that's the case. Banesucker. Banesucker Incorporated. Trapper boots. Alright. I feel like there was a tomb we could enter over here. Maybe that's where we're trying to go. I thought it was right here. I think I always get this confused though. Oh no, it's up here, the crypt. We're going in, for sure. And the crypt had an ascendancy trial in it. I'm pretty sure I'm not mistaken there. To have set up an item filter, you can press Z to view all items. Oh, so does that mean we can still turn on whether we want it filtered or not? I'm not sure. We'll test it here, though. Probably test it right here, actually. You guys are doing quite a bit of damage, and for that reason, we're gonna make a little ghost out of you. It doesn't look like it actually turns on or turns off the... Well, unless there's only one item on the ground, which is possible. Make sure we keep that up. We'll have to wait till we see an item drop on the ground that it doesn't list, and then see if Z will still show it even though we got the filter on. Like Z is turning the filter off and on. Yeah, looks like all we have to do here is the Lord's Labyrinth. Solve travel ascendancy. Okay, so right here. No, so it doesn't look like we get a turn off or on the ability to turn the filter off and on. And now I'm not sure if it's on or off, to be honest with you. And at this point, I'm afraid to ask. And I have to keep hitting it just to wait till... Okay, so now it's back on. Correct option, anyway. It might not be annoying if they had like a little on-off switch show up. And maybe there is something indicating that it's on or off. I don't see it, though. Where are we trying to go here? Not wherever it is we're at right now. I forgot we should be popping this flask too. We won't worry about it here because there's probably not a whole lot of monsters. Well, you know what? We'll do it. Might as well do it. Should speed up clear time a little bit. Just get used to doing it. We do take damage when we do that though. It's not a lot, but... Alright, so it looks like they did... That was painful actually. Being honest with you. I don't tell you you're supposed to avoid that though. Okay. Yep. In here? This would be so nerve-wracking right now if we were still playing hardcore. I mean, I don't want to fail it. Playing normal, standard, but I'd probably be holding my breath if we were playing hardcore. Flanged mace. Damage over time, rank 1. Yes, please. Okay. So I wonder... We don't go that way. When we clear the next Ascendancy trial, like the actual thing where we go inside the crypt, are we just going to get 2 talent points for our Ascendancy class, the Necromancer? We don't know. It's too soon to tell. Oh, stairs here. Now this is what I think I mentioned this in one video where you can go inside here and there's like this big world inside this tiny little area. I like that kind of stuff. That's my favorite. Actually, I should stop using the word. I've been throwing the word favorite around quite a bit, but I do love that. Now we gotta find the invulnerable one. That guy. Who's the one causing a problem here? Terrot, maybe? Terrot the dinosaur hunter? Okay. And she's trapped. There's no reason we don't get this one. Unless we were just wanting to let her go. Just dawned on me that we can use our flask to trigger flesh offering, I think. Like it actually should have popped right there, so maybe I'm wrong about that. Actually, let's make a note. We're gonna do it here. We'll call the second episode. Figure out how flesh offering passive works. Okay, perfect. Probably the time it took to write that down, we probably could have figured it out. But that's just. Oh, we found the map. That was inside the sarcophagus. We came in here to do the sentencing trial. Didn't think there was a quest here, but then found the map inside this sarcophagus that we were doing for just because we thought it would be fun. more could you ask for, really? Chest splitter. Did you guys get anything good? No. I think we kind of look like T-Hawk from Street Fighter. You see it? T-Hawk? No? It's just me? Go and throw a like if you see T-Hawk. See, we know who T-Hawk is. Throw a like in this video. If you're familiar with the character T-Hawk, drop a like on this video. And then if you dislike the character T-Hawk, drop a dislike on this video. Effectively making your first like null and void. Do you wanna? Yeah, let's explore here. I think that was a useful fun exercise we just did. Trying to think of the current audience that watches this playthrough. If they would know who T-Hawk is. I don't know. You never know. You never know. I don't think T-Hawk was in Ultra Street Fighter 4 or 5. We must have got that. Oh, I see. This is the other areas here. Okay. Nope. Yeah, I don't think T-Hawk was in... In fact, I know he wasn't in Ultra Street Fighter 4. I'm kind of lost where I'm at here. Is that us there? Yeah, that's us. Okay. Did we explore all this? Kind of looks like we might have. Yeah, I think it's actually time to exit out of here. He wasn't in Ultra Street Fighter 4, and I don't think he was in Ultra Street Fighter 5. I haven't played it yet, but I don't remember seeing him in any of the
I greet you.
trailers. I don't think he was a very popular character, even though he was one of my favorite ones from that game. It's actually a decent rolls on all that, too. 61% energy shield. 32 cold resist, yeah. 10% energy shield. That's a lot of energy shield. I mean, let's just take a look. I bet it is pretty good. Yeah, it's like 200 more energy shield almost.
Goodbye.
Let's see if we got jewelers things. We'll try to... We really don't have much of anything. Improves the quality of a flask. I think you're supposed to save these for gems and then corrupt them when they hit their max level. I remember reading that. I'm not quite sure why it works that way, but it forges the number of sockets. You know, it's funny. I had just read a Reddit post the other day that was a funny thing to do because you could actually craft 5. Now, we might not be able to craft 5, but let's just go take a look. I don't think we have the recipe yet. You can craft 5, but you have to use the gem to get to 6. So if you're just... It's just like a temporary chest piece you're going to be using. You're probably better off just crafting the 5 than using the 6, but I think that's endgame stuff. I don't think we're there yet. One way to find out. I don't really do much here. Socket numbers. So you can go all the way up to 6. You can just put it right on there. So these are kind of useless actually if we're allowed to just craft it on there, unless it takes up one of the attribute slots or one of the affix prefix slots, which it might. Do we need 5? I feel like we don't need 5. Animate Guardian we definitely want. Can we drop something else? I'll tell you what, let's drop the Flame Golem. Let's pick that up. And we'll just roll with that. Slightly worse, and then we can just move on. Requires level 19. That seems like a garbage belt. Its item level is 51. Nah, we're not going to bother with that. We wanted to go back to here.
My help is.
Feels bad selling this with all those sockets and the links on there. But I'm sure that's actually not a great item, and we'll see plenty more of them. You know what? We're going to start using this tab. Start using this tab for gems. I'll sort all this off screen. Actually, let me write a note. Sort, stash, off screen. So the notes are coming in handy already. Flame Golem, we're going back to the Stone Golem. Feels okay. Don't think we want that. We'll just hang on to those.
Yes. Be kind if you can.
Let's play. Oh, this guy's just hanging out here. Dude here with the. He's got a sweet looking axe too. And he's got like the they're not blades actually. I don't know what they are. They're cool though, whatever they are. It's probably somebody. I don't know. That seems coincidental. It's probably not though. What were we doing? Travel to the Chamber of Sins. Help Silk to access the Chamber of Sins. It's either that or side quest, I guess. I kind of want to do the side quest. I like side questing.
Hello to you, great dream.
Everybody's here.
We have woven a tale together.
Welcome to the party.
Days past. Perhaps we shall again. We make mighty stories, you and I. And now I have daunting task before me. The last in my great journey. Near to us, cast in shadow, a monster awaits. Black Death is his name. A beauteous eight-leg, twisted grotesque by the master of these loathsome halls. I wish to give this eight-leg the merciful peace he deserves, and to save what is still beautiful, the elixir that only Black Death can make. Please, will you fight me?
I thought he was wearing chaps there for a second. Yeah, Silk, we'll kill this. It's kind of funny, his name's Silk, and I think we're going down to get the spider. My interest in this world is dwindling. Most children begin their lives wide-eyed, amazed at what this world has to offer. I've always been different. Since the day I was born, I've been searching for the new, the surprising, that which disturbs both senses in mine. Oh, to be an artist. What a lamentable task. I've never seen that word before. Lamentable task. Not seeing the world as it is, but as it should be. Peace is the worst of it. A disgusting state of stagnation fit only for the weak and vapid. War, confusion, terror, love, and passion. These things are love and passion, these things are closest to the world. Gets to being interesting, and alas, I have felt them all. Yet these pale in comparison to the delightful chaos I have envisioned for this poor, dull world. So he's saying the best emotions that life has to offer pale in comparison to the destruction he's capable of bringing upon everyone. So he's a bit selfish. You know, we might as well give him a go. Okay, I guess we're going in. I think that was a glimpse of how the fragments work, like the at dusk, at dawn stuff that we have. I think we put all four of those in a map device like that, and that takes us to a magical place. We have no minions, which is unfortunate. Actually, let's go get minions before we try to smash our face against the giant spider. Seems like that would behoove us a great deal. We just want 2 or 3 specters. That's probably good enough to be. Let me get our Holy Relic Cup. That's probably good enough. You could go farm the Guardian or some weapons, but instead this might be an area we have to explore too. Although hitting the dead end there, nah, we got some time. Those are high-speed zombies there. Just out for a stroll. Let's get some scorpions instead of those guys. Those guys are too slow. It does matter which one of those you pick up. This almost feels like this is our... That's strange. It looks like we can just summon this guy without having to have armor around. Like a base version of him. Took all of our focus we had there to execute that dash and that blink. Are we trying to find access to the causeway? I wonder if these colors here are the difficulty of the task, or... that's cool, quite painful there. Elemental focus support. Okay. Where's the choice being on the map? Up here? You know, the spider is probably not going to be the last boss, actually. It should be Malagaro. We're coming down here to kill a spider, I think is what Silk was saying. Silk the Shocker. If anyone remembers him, he's probably in his... he's probably 50 years old now. No, I don't think he's that old. I have no idea, actually. He's probably in his 30s, to be honest with you. Which is basically 50 at this point. 30 is the new 50, I think is what they're saying. Just trying to find a big old spider. Do you guys see him? This game may be a better game to stream than record, simply due to the complexity of the game. Being able to ask people questions and get feedback on the fly is probably pretty useful. Okay, so there's Malagaro's workshop, which instinctively I thought, well, Malagaro's probably in his workshop, but it could be Malagaro's creations in there, like a giant spider, perhaps? Or maybe it's the new Papadillo. There's only one way to find out. We gotta go in. It looks like Malagaro. The butt rock music kicked in there. You know, it's probably not a good sign. Well, is he gonna be the last boss of this act? I mean, he's melting quicker than most bosses, at least the first phase. I thought Sim wanted us to collect souls in order to kill more souls to kill Malagaro, but Could be goofing something up here too. Like going in here too early or something. Yeah, I mean, that was quite painful there at the end. I mean, we're expecting us to do that quite that early, Sin? I don't think you were.
Construction nears completion, and now only the wretched Dodri dark tongue remains. Unlike her compeers, who, in undeath, have yearned for the familiar, Dodri appears drawn to the old wounds of calamity. The cataclysm took some, and left much that a parasite like Dodri might enjoy. I shall meet you in Sarn, where I hope you shall make swift and bloody work.
So Sarn is probably the next act, right? So that means we finish this act, I think? That's what it feels like, but...
The Black Venom. Oh, great dreamer
Maybe not.
who has done great deeds.
That's
I
me.
shall see to it that my queen rewards you with honor and mercy when she rises up to claim what is hers. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
This elixir, so aged and potent, shall be life-giving draught that she sips upon first waking. It is my gift to her. My wedding gift.
I think I'm confused what he wanted.
Great dreamer, you will be wrapped.
I think he's marrying a spider. I think I was confused there. Alright, cool. Good deal there, Silk. I mean, you do you. I'm not one to judge. I feel like that's a quick can't talk. The correct way out of there. But we'll just use the teleport to go back to the bridge encampment, although we might actually go right back out there. You pick up anything good? Not really. Nah.
What? He's intending to make matrimony with Arakali? My word, that's quite a story even for Silk. Yes, I know that name, and the place to which it is purportedly attached. A temple to the north, now in ruins. If Silk... Unfortunately, Arakali's temple lies beyond that which now belongs to Ralakesh.
Ralakesh is probably the last
reach
boss.
the many-legged goddess, you must first draw to some...
So we're gonna go stop a wedding between a man and a spider,
What you tell me of Silk,
I guess.
this I understand, though I do not want to. I have spent many nights
Even though we just
pondering
helped him?
Silk's
I don't know.
journey, why he has stepped from the spirit path. Now I know. He has walked into the 8 arms of blind lust, Arakali. Silk is a warning to us all. He is trying to take the short trail to greatness.
Someone sounds jealous.
To the story
Yena.
Spirit has made for him. Silk tries to steal his story, but now he holds only a lie. Please, you must find the place where this Arakali sleeps in her web of shadow. You must stop Silk before he wakes.
Yeah, I guess
One less
I'll do it, I
twisted
guess.
intellect perverting our world. There is still much to be done, but at least we can rest easier in the knowledge that Meligaro and his foul creations will trouble Rayclass no longer.
Yeah, these guys didn't even mention it, Helena.
I know that you and Groost didn't see eye to eye, but I'm sure he would have wanted to recognize this deed. It's the act of a warrior.
Skill
after
book?
all.
Some new boots. Requires 94 intellect. This is probably the best pair for us.
Journey well.
Survey says energy shield, maximum life, 20% increased movement speed's not bad. Actually, that's for probably 2 prefixes, 2 suffixes. You know, the funny part, and the part I don't like about the, well, actually, let me just check. 3 prefixes, 1 suffix, is that there's no way to know which one's a prefix and which one's a suffix, as far as I can tell. You just have to be able to memorize it or be able to look at it like that, which you can. So actually I don't have any complaints, and I'll just be quiet now. Yeah, these are definitely better. We're gonna lose animate weapon though, which I'm not crazy about. We haven't really been using it a lot. It's not great on bosses either. So with that in mind, let's take a look at what this cast when damage taken support. Each supported skill will track damage you take and be triggered when the total damage taken reaches a threshold. You know, I don't think we want that on there. I don't even think we want this on, period. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Sure. I think we'd much rather be able to free cast this flesh offering and be able to summon a phantom when we do it, too. We lost animate weapon.
My help is yours.
It's okay. But it's okay.
Remember
Let's go ahead and enchant our boots while we're thinking about it. Even though it does feel like the stakes are off the table now that we're in standard, still want to be ready to go. It's either going to be intellect. That's quite a bit of intellect too. That takes 2 of those, so that's also why these are important too. I mean, that's a heavy. Yeah, that's why these are important. Let's see if we can pick up resistance though, because those are pretty cheap. We need. What is this? Lightning? We need lightning resistance. We need fire resistance. So, because those are cheap, we will. Let's go with lightning. I feel like lightning's the most dangerous of the 2. Takes us up to 41, I guess. That Katava curse really hurt us on the old resistances there. I know I was about to end the episode there, but well, Ian are standing right in front of us. Let's go see if we can do anything in the menagerie, and then do it. If not, we'll close the episode. Otherwise, we'll do the menagerie and then close the episode. Or the blood altar. The menagerie is already done. We've just done it. Let's go do the blood altar. Flask, maybe? No, we still need one more to find one more. Can we? No? Need to find one more, it looks like. Okay, no big deal there. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave it a like. And as usual, subscribe to me if you want to see more content. And we will see you on the next episode of Path of Exile. Standard. See you guys next time. Take care.